Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Good morning to all. Welcome to second PO online computer science class. Now we know that the meaning of the linked list. Now the meaning of the linked list means the linked list is a linear data structure or it consists of the nodes and such a linear order is given by means of pointer. So this is the meaning of the linked list here, and we learned about the types of the linked list here. So the types of the linked list, there are three types are there. So the first one is the our singly linked list, second one is the our doubly linked list, and third one is called as the circular linked list here. And after the types of the linked list, the our next discussing topic is creating a linked list. So in our operation on the linked list, some important operations of the linked list are there here. So some important operations of the linked list are, the first point is called as the creating a linked list here. So now that means here by using such operation we are going to create the linked list. So in our linked list is a linear data structure and which consists of a group of nodes. Well, because in our linked list here, just in this diagram, just only two nodes are there here, but we can create a lot of node by doing the declaration here. So the linked list is a linear data structure which contains or which consists of the group of nodes here, and all those nodes, whatever the nodes are there, maybe it's a many nodes, one node, two nodes, three nodes here, all those nodes are sequentially arranged here. So what do you mean by a sequential? The meaning of the sequential, it's going to arrange one after the another is called as the sequentially arranged in this case. And we know that because the node contains or the node composed of two fields. Well, because this is the example for the node, and in each node two fields are there here. So the node composed of two fields. The fields are, one is called as the data field and second one is called as the address of the linked list. The address of the linked list, or we can say as the reference of the next node here. Okay here. So this is the about the data and the linked list in this case here. And the important, why, because such start pointer is going to use, and such start pointer contains the location of the first node here. Here this point here, why, because in our linked list one most important pointer variable is that the name of the pointer variable is called as the start pointer here. Now what's the meaning of the start pointer? The start pointer gives or contains the location of the first node in this case here, and such start pointer is also representing as the head. The start pointer is also represented as the head in this case here, and note that the link field of the last node contains the null in this case here. So this is the important node of the linked list. Okay here. So about some information about the linked list in this case. Now let's see how we are going to create the node of a linked list in this case. So such a node of a linked list can be created by the following structured declarations. So here, first of all, the node going to, or the code going to write as the struct node a data, because this field is called as the data or the information field. So that means we need one field. So just only by using the code I am going to declare. So int data in this case. Why? Because why we need to use the data type as the int here. So here just only we are going to use the value maybe the 30 or maybe the value as the 20 here. So we know that the meaning of the int, that is called as the whole number without any fractional parts. Okay here. So int data here and no pointer link. So this one is called that just only we are going to make the reference of the next node here. Just we are going to make the link to the next node. So this one we need to make the declaration here, and finally how many nodes we need? Well, because this declaration create two nodes here. So how you know about this one? We created two nodes here, but because the pointer node 1, pointer node 2, on that time it is going to create two nodes in the linked list. Okay here. So this is about the declaration. That means here the declaration of the linked list is going to create by using such code here. And about our diagram. So in this diagram, we can say that here the data is the information field. Here, so such one is called as the data, or we can say as the information. So the data or information is the, or we can say that information field here, and link is the link field in this case here. Okay here. So this one is, and for each field, because we know that this is the diagram of the node, and such node going to divide into two fields. This one is called as data. This one is called as the link field here. So the data, it requires 2 bytes of memory allocation, and link also requires 2 bytes of memory allocation. That means here we can say that for each node we need 4 bytes of the memory allocation here. So later, now let's see this next point about our self-addressing pointer here. What do you mean by a self-addressing pointer? So the self-addressing pointer means the link field contains the pointer variable, correct? No, but because in our this field no any link field is there, but here this is called as the link field here, and the link field contains the pointer variable. Okay here, and so the link field contains the pointer variable that therefore the same node structure. Okay here, if any node refer by itself, or because I already said that here one node is referred by another node. Okay, why? Because the one node address is held by the another node in this case. Now the meaning, or we can say that the question is, what do you mean by a self-addressing pointer? Okay here, the self-addressing pointer means here the link field, okay, contains a pointer variable. The link field contains the pointer variable that refer the same node structure. If any node refer by itself, okay here, such one is called as the self-addressing pointer in this case here. And later was, see, this one is about our self-addressing pointer. Now let's see, why? Because here I already written some of the code in this case here, and this code create two nodes. That means the each structure variable contain two nodes, and the another node, maybe I want to insert one more node into such code, okay, into the linked list in this case. Then how it possible? That is, before going to add any node into the linked list, we need to make the declaration. Clear this point here? We need to make the declaration pointer node 3. Then only it possible to add any extra node into the linked list in this case here. So here we can say that there may be cases the program need the dynamic memory allocation. Okay, in this case here, that means here the program need dynamic memory allocation if they want to add one extra node here. So for this purpose, the operator, or we can say that for this purpose our C++ language use the operator. The name of the operator is called as the new and the delete operator. Okay, yeah. Why are we using the new and delete operator? Well, because maybe in case the program need the dynamic memory allocation. Now, what do you mean by the dynamic memory allocation? If you want to add one extra node into the linked list, in this case here, so this one is called as the dynamic memory allocation here. For this purpose, our our C++ language use the operator. The operator is called as the new and delete in this case here. Now let's see what's the meaning of the new and delete in this case here. So we can say that well, because here two different type of new and new size operators are there here. So what's the meaning of new and what's the meaning of the new size here? So we can say that the operator new allocate memory space for the single element. Clear this part here? Just only for one element it allocating the memory space. Okay here? And just the difference to our first and second, that means the operator new size allocate the memory space for a block of element. Now what do you mean by the single element or the block of element? Maybe this one is called as the single element. Clear this point here? Maybe this one is called as the single element. The block of element means maybe GMP is equal to new int. That means here totally how many elements are there? Total elements are the 5 in this case here. So just only the difference. The operator new allocate the memory space for single element here, and the operator new size allocate the memory space for a block of element. The meaning of the block, number of the elements. As we know that the C++ language use the operator new and delete. So here the operator new allocates the space for single element, and the operator new allocate the memory space, or we can say as the storage space for array. The array means block of element, number of the elements, and the operator delete, deallocate. What do you mean by the allocation? Allocation means if you want any memory, if you require the memory here, such one is called as the allocation of the memory. But the operator delete, deallocates. That means if the memory space you don't want, if you want to delete such a memory space, such one is called as the deallocation here. So the operator delete, deallocate the memory space or storage space for the single element here, and the operator delete size, deallocate the storage or the memory space for the array here. So this one is the operator that is called as the new and delete. So let's see what's the meaning or the explanation. We'll study in detail here. So the operator new and new size. So the operator new and new size is going to work with the syntax. So what's the syntax is that? So the syntax is the pointer is equal to new type, and second one is pointer is equal to new type number of the elements here. Now we are in the concept. The concept is the operator new and new size here. So this syntax here, some of the syntax going to apply. The syntax is the pointer is equal to new type and pointer is equal to new type number of the elements here. So now whatever the syntax we return, shall we write one suitable example by using such syntax here. So in this case, we can say that here in pointer TMP, clear this point here, in pointer TMP is equal to new int number of the size, number of the elements in this case here. Now, what's the meaning of this syntax, or what's the explanation about the example here? So here we can say that the dynamic memory is allocated. We know the meaning of the dynamic. If you want the extra memory, if you want to add some memory space into the linked list, is called as the dynamic memory here. So the dynamic memory is allocated using the operator new. Okay here, if you want the extra memory, dynamic memory here, such one is allocated here by using the operator new here, and operator new and followed by the data type specifier. For such one only I written here int pointer TMP followed by the data type specifier. So the data type I used here, the data type is the int in this case here. And second expression or second statement of the syntax meaning is just only if a sequence of more than one element is required. It is available, that is the dynamic memory only for the single element in this case here. But if a sequence of more than than one number of the element, the dynamic memory, if you want in this case here, the number of these within brackets are mentioned in this case. So the second example, that is TMP is equal to nu A and number of the elements in this case here. Or we can say one explanation for the example here. The first expression is used to allocate the memory only or to contain the memory only for the single element of the required data type. That means here the first example expression or this expression meaning is just only allocating the memory space, okay, here to contain the space for the single element of the required data type here, and the second expression is used why, because it allocating the memory space for a block of elements, okay, in this case here it allocating the memory space for a block of elements in this case here. And here we can say that where the number of the elements is an integer value. Clear this point here? It is an integer value. That means the whole number we need to write. So total number of element is the 5 in this case here. So this is the meaning about the syntax. Pointer is equal to new type and pointer is equal to new type number of the element, and this is the suitable example for our operator new and new size here. Now let's see the next thing about our operator delete and delete size here. The operator delete and the delete size in this case here. So in most cases the dynamic memory is allocated. That means if you want any dynamic memory, if you want to add some space, some memory into the linked list in this case here, we know that then which operator going to use? The operator is the our new and new size. New using for the single element, new size for the block of element here. Now whatever the memory allocated dynamically, if you don't want such memory is going to delete by using the operator only called as the delete. And if a block of memory you want to delete here, then we need to use the operator delete size pointer in this case here. So or we can say that simply for which our C++ language used the operator delete pointer and delete size pointer here. So here the meaning, the first statement releases the whatever the memory allocated by using the new, it's going to release by using the operator delete here. And second statement is used to release the dynamic memory whatever allocated by using our new size, it's going to delete by using the syntax delete size pointer. We already discussed the topic about the operators new size and the operators delete and delete size here. Now after some of the operator new and new size, some of the syntax and with the example here, laterwards we discuss the topic operator delete and delete size by using some of the syntax here. I think you already know about the delete and delete size. What's the use of such operator here? That means whatever the memory allocated dynamically, if you don't want, if you free such memory in this case here, maybe the memory become available for the request of the dynamic memory, the operator delete and delete size pointer is used here. And after this concept, let's see the memory allocation of to a linked list. The memory allocation to a linked list here. And in this concept we are going to study about array list. The array list only called as the free pole here and only called as the free storage list in this case here. So memory allocation to a linked list. As we know that the computer memory is very limited resource. That means we can store just some limitation of data in our computer here. So therefore some mechanism is required, some technique we need to use. So what's the technique and why we using such a technique? So where the memory space of the deleted node, whatever the node we are going to delete from the linked list, Maybe in future you want again such node here, maybe we need, it should be available for our future use, or simply we can say as the also to insert a node into the linked list. That means the deleted node should be inserted into the linked list here. So the operating system of the computer maintain a special list. That means whatever the node is going to delete from the linked list, it is going to store in one space. Okay, the name of this space is called as the away list in this case here. So we can say that the operating system of the computer maintain a special list. Okay, here such a special list only called as the away list, free port and free storage list in this case. Now what do you mean by the away list? Why? Because the away list is a list and that contains only unused deleted node. Why? Because whatever the node deleted from the linked list, it is going to add into the away list here. So many names we are going to call by using many names, that is the away list, free port and the free storage list here. So whenever a node is deleted from the linked list, that means when any node is deleted from the linked list, its memory is added into the away list. Clear this part here? If any node deleted from the linked list, its memory is added to the away list in this case here. Okay, or maybe if any node is added into the linked list, that means such memory space going to delete from the away list in this case here. So this is the meaning about our memory allocation to a linked list here. Now let's see about the garbage collection. So what do you mean by the garbage collection? That means here also something we are going to collect and such one, or we can say that it's a garbage collection here. So the operating system of the computer periodically collects the deleted space. The deleted space only called as the deleted node, and that means the deleted node going to collect into the free storage list. The free storage list means our away list. Okay, that means the node that is going to delete from the linked list here, and such node going to collect in one space here. That space is called as, or this space is called as the away list, free port or the free storage list here. Or simply here we can say the meaning as the here the technique of collecting the deleted space into free storage list is called as the garbage collection here. And finally, the last thing about our underflow. What do you mean by the underflow here? Well, because I already said our linked list containing some of the group of node here, and all those nodes are arranged one after the another here. But also we can say that whatever the node is there in our linked list which is empty, that means here if we try to delete a node from the linked list, we are going to try, or we trying to delete a node from the linked list in this case here, but which is empty. That means the linked list have no node. Okay, here the linked list have no node in this case, but also we are going to delete a node from the linked list here. Such condition is called as the underflow condition. Thank you.